You know how most people have dogs, cats, maybe the occasional guinea pig? Well, I have a dragon. His name is Bartholomew. Yes, it's a mouthful. No, I didn't name him. He came from the adoption shelter that way. The sign above his enclosure read, Bartholomew. Housebroken. Mostly. I thought mostly was a joke until my new apartment's fire alarm went off for the third time in a week. Bartholomew's hobbies include sunbathing on my balcony, hoarding kitchen sponges. Don't ask. I still don't know why. And sneaking into my neighbor's herb garden like it's an all-you-can-eat salad bar. So when our local community center announced they were hosting the annual bake-off for charity, Bartholomew's interest surprised me. It was Saturday morning, and I was halfway through making toast when I noticed Bartholomew perched on a stool, staring at the flyer on the fridge like it was a treasure map. "You can't eat the flyer," I said. He tapped it with one claw and then looked at me expectantly. "You want to enter the bake-off?" Bartholomew nodded yes. This was a terrible idea for several reasons. He has a history of overcooking everything with his breath. His concept of measuring involves a little bit of flour and then dumping the entire bag. He once mistook my scented candles for cupcakes. But he looked so hopeful. His wings drooped slightly like a sad pterodactyl. I sighed. Fine, but we're sticking to simple recipes. He puffed a tiny smoke ring in agreement. At the grocery store, Bartholomew insisted we buy 24 eggs, 4 bags of marshmallows, something called dragon fruit powder, which I didn't even know existed, and a suspiciously large amount of cinnamon. I tried to steer him toward safer options like brownies or cookies, but he was fixated on dragon fruit cinnamon marshmallow pie. "That's not even a real thing," I told him. Bartholomew tapped his snout, smirked, and trotted off to the baking aisle. The community center smelled like heaven. Chocolate, bread, sugar, and faintly like a burnt toaster. That last one, I later learned, was us. Bartholomew had insisted on doing all the baking himself. My job, apparently, was assistant, which meant handing him spoons and keeping him from setting off the fire sprinklers. The judges made their way down the tables. Mrs. Brown with her world-famous lemon bars, Mr. Lee and his 3-tier chocolate cake, and of course, Bartholomew's thing. Imagine a pie that looks like it's glowing faintly from within. That was his entry. The marshmallows on top had been toasted perfectly with one gentle puff of dragonfire. When the judges reached us, Mrs. Brown hesitated. "This is unusual." Mr. Lee took a forkful, chewed, then froze. His eyes widened. "This is delicious." The third judge, a very serious man named Harold, took a cautious bite and then immediately asked for seconds. Apparently, dragon fruit and cinnamon works together, if you added just enough gooey marshmallow to glue it all into sweet harmony. Bartholomew sat back, smug as a king on his throne. When the winners were announced, Bartholomew didn't win first place. That still went to Mrs. Brown's lemon bars. But he did win the new Special Creativity Award, which came with a sparkly apron that said "Bake it till you make it." He hasn't taken it off since. And me? Well, I learned 2 things. Never underestimate a dragon with a dream. My kitchen will never be the same again. If you enjoyed this sweet and slightly smoky adventure, tap that like button before Bartholomew eats all the marshmallows. And don't forget to subscribe because you never know when my dragon will enter another bake-off. Or your kitchen.